Okay, let's move forward. Let's do a little bit more. Let's talk about actual playing and your practicing and some of the mentality you should have going into practicing. If this is brand new to you, especially if you've never played any instruments before, imperative to be patient while your fingers adjust. You will probably be able to think faster about what you want your fingers to do than they can do in the beginning. You're expecting them to do things that they've never done before. So be patient with your fingers. Practice slowly, and I can't stress this enough in the beginning. If you rush during practice, you're going to develop bad technique. You're going to end up developing sloppy technique, and then when you try and speed up, since you're already playing sloppy, you're going to play sloppier and struggle, and eventually you're probably going to get aggravated and walk away from the instrument, not want to practice, lose interest. The initial first 4 weeks generally will be a struggle, but if you can go into this knowing this and be patient going into this, this will help you mentally prepare. One of the best things you can simply do is hold a note, let it ring out, let your fingers develop. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Eventually speed will come, but initially, right now, you're just trying to develop some muscle memory and some strength, get some calluses going on in your fingers. You are forcing your flesh against steel and wood. Keep that in mind. So your fingers may start to sting a little bit. This may be a little rough in the beginning. Allow time to develop muscle memory and calluses, and you'll be okay. So we generally have a basic warm-up exercise. And you do that on all the strings, and you can even change the location. If this stretch in the beginning is a little rough, you can come up here. The notes are going to be different, but your finger mechanics are going to be doing the same thing. So slide your whole hand up. When the frets are closer together, the farther up the fingerboard you get, they get closer. When you start getting up here, it becomes difficult because they're a little close together and your fingers are generally bigger than the spaces, so that develops a different challenge. For most people, very comfortably in the beginning, between the 5th and the 12th fret is the most comfortable area to play. The problem is we start over here on the 1st fret. So you can very easily just relax your hand and take your other hand and sort of stretch your fingers out. Don't force anything, don't cause any pain. There's a difference between a stretch and pain. And hopefully you can identify that. And anytime if you start to experience pain, you need to stop. Your hands may feel fatigued, especially your pinky and your ring finger in the beginning. Fatigue is normal. Stretch them out a little bit. Get the blood flowing through them a little bit. Continue if you can. If you start to experience pain, you might be moving your hands in a way that you shouldn't be. The most common thing is what I call sock puppet. If you're playing like this, trying to reach things, you're hurting yourself, and you need to stop. The good thing about the guitar is you can actually move it. You're not stuck with a certain position. You can move it, and a lot of people play it over here. You play it over here. If you're Jimi Hendrix, you play it over your head. But you can move it to accommodate where you need to be. So keep that in mind.